Hi, everybody. Welcome to Queers and Soaps. I'm Tommy, and I'm once again joined by Angel and Eric.
Hello.
Hey guys.
We are back discussing Sheila Carter's first run on The Young and the Restless. We're now at a pretty consistent flow of storyline and episodes, so it should make more sense. Today we actually are covering all of February 1991, believe it or not. So I will roll the credits and we'll get right into it. So we keep like just missing the part that we want to see.
Right.
I know. So wait,
So
real
apparently
quick.
Sheila miscarried
quick.
and we missed it. What?
Real quick. So I looked up. Tracy Bregman had a son, Austin, on March 18th, 1991.
Oh, so
she was pregnant. I was right.
She was pregnant. And Kimberlyn didn't have a baby until 1994. So I guess she was on bold at that point, or off of bold at that point.
94. Huh. I'm watching 94 now. And she's not
Keep
pregnant.
an eye out.
But I'm trying to think, maybe she was off screen for a few months because you know how Bold won't show people for months at a time.
Yeah. Well, she gave birth in 94, so keep an eye out for things blocking her or any of that stuff.
Well, I'm almost done with 94, so I missed it already if they were blocking her.
She fooled you then.
Yeah, she fooled me. I actually kind of remember seeing her in a bikini because she's trying to get pregnant. But Eric had a vasectomy and he didn't tell her.
Yeah.
So she's trying to sleep with like the lawyer to get pregnant and pass it off as Eric's, and Eric's like, "That baby's not mine," because like
that baby ain't mine.
Stephanie told me to get a vasectomy, and I did.
Could they have used a body double or anything?
Maybe, I don't know. Huh. But anyway, back to Y&R 1991. I feel like things are amping up as far as like Sheila showing her true colors, or the Sheila that we have heard about. But yeah, we missed it. Apparently, she had a miscarriage. I don't know if this is like a continuation of her being in the hospital from what we saw last time, or if she left and had to go back. Scott doesn't know, so maybe it's not, because he was monitoring her the last time when she was spotting and she just needed bed rest. So maybe she left and came back.
Well, if you said it was February, we missed a whole month.
Yeah.
So
because we were at Christmas last time.
Yeah.
Right.
Although the tail end of what we watched last time was one episode of January. But
so that was probably like 5 minutes. Yeah.
Of course. The show goes so slow all the time, but when we want to see the one thing, we miss it.
Well, whoever recorded these things, like, how could you not record the important moments? Maybe they were home those days.
It's probably not all it's probably not all the same person.
That's true. I feel like it was probably, though. It's got to be a fan. And then they were probably home on all the big events, so they didn't record it that day.
Right. So Lauren and Scott's divorce is about to be final. She is showing, like, they're not even trying to hide it anymore. And he still doesn't know she's pregnant. So is she just not like out and about town?
That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Oh, but we opened. Mary Williams saw that Lauren was pregnant, and she went straight to the ball because she was like, that baby better not be yours.
better not be that baby, better not be yours, Paul. Like, no, it's not.
Can we talk about the opening credit?
About you guys saying how much she hates her.
Oh, she hates Miss Mary, hates her. And I don't mean to call her Miss Mary for like that, but like she does not like Lauren.
Lauren's very hateable. Did you watch the Kimberlyn Brown interview the other day?
I didn't get to. I wasn't in a place where I could watch it.
She actually talks about Lauren not being like Saint Lauren back then, like that people make her out to be. Like she's like, she wasn't very nice.
She's like, that's why I took come in.
And she's not in love with Scott, as far as I've seen. She's in love with Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Scott wants to talk to her, and her scene was like, "Why does he want to talk to me?" And she's like, "Do I like, almost like do I dare dream that he wants to be with me?" Like, so she's still not over Paul.
And let's talk about the credits. We had the opening credits. And
Yes.
I put them in there
Jill-
because it was the one with Kay with the necklace.
The diamond necklace. Yes.
Well, I made note of Jill's face in the credits was very over the top. She's like,
Well, what about
and
Danny?
then
He's just like
Danny's singing. I really wish I could see how they filmed those credits.
And then equally we have Esther with the main outfit going like this.
Oh, I didn't notice Esther.
Yeah.
I thought she was always recurring for like 30 years. I didn't know she actually made the credits.
Yeah, she made the credits.
She made the credits, yeah.
Because I've always
Probably
heard that she always had a
Jeannie
side
Cooper.
job, like she's a flight attendant or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Jeannie Cooper probably made sure she was in the credits because they were like tight.
Oh, okay.
Well, they would include kids in the credits too, so.
Yeah. But yeah, I did that for you because I remember you said you liked the one with the necklace.
Diamond necklace, yes. Rex putting the diamond necklace on Kay.
I know I mentioned this before, but it gets me every time when they have that musical cue where it's like the piano version of the theme song. I love it. It's just
like
yeah, I like that too.
Sounds like home.
Yeah, right. Comfort food. So Lauren apparently is going into labor for like 48 hours.
Oh,
yeah. Right.
She's admitted to the hospital, but under an alias that
Natalie Menard.
Yeah, a girl that
Paul's ex-girlfriend
dated in high school, and I'm like, I don't know the history, so I'm not really going to question this. But
yeah, I mean, I'm guessing it's just.
Weren't you with Nikki? Like,
I'm guessing it was pre-Nikki.
Right.
Yeah.
But I don't know this whole thing. So there's supposed to be divorce proceedings. They don't have to go, but Scott wants to go. I couldn't remember his name. Scott wants to go, and Sheila's like, "Fuck!" Like he said he wasn't gonna go, and she doesn't want him to find out that Lauren's pregnant. I don't know if I missed the scene in editing or if it just wasn't shown, but he gets held up and he can't go.
Okay.
Which I found out through the conversation he found when he ran into Paul at the hospital and was like, "What are you doing here?" And he's like, "I'm visiting a friend." And then he checked with one of the nurses to find out who the friend was, and he didn't recognize it as my wife, Lauren, ex-wife.
Yeah.
But then when you see Scott, you can see Scott walking past the door through the window in the door, and I'm like, this is so dangerous.
Yeah.
All he has to do is peek in, and he'll see that it's Lauren. Doesn't matter what the chart says.
Well, she was faced the other way too.
Yeah, I was gonna say she was facing the other way.
So she's just gonna like, for the foreseeable future, just look the other way so nobody can see it's her.
I guess.
Well, no, she was having a conversation with herself.
Yeah, as a tear.
Yeah.
Did you think she was an asshole this time? I felt like she was fine this time.
She was fine.
She wasn't in the scene with other women. That's why.
Right. Yeah, she didn't really have to be mean. I mean,
I noticed when Paul was comforting her that he had a black eye, so he must have gotten into a fight at some point. They just didn't mention it.
Huh. I didn't notice.
Yeah, I kind of been not putting his story in there because it takes us way far off from this, and I'm trying to
keep it away. If Sandra Rollins thing, then that's far off.
So Sheila ends up going to a costume store. By the way, she doesn't seem as upset as a person who just miscarried would be. She seems more obsessed with Scott than that she lost the baby.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I think she is upset, but she has to like keep going. Like she's like, because it was Scott's baby, so she's like nervous, because she could lose him.
Right.
So, but I think she's just so focused on keeping him, like she's got to find a way. So she's automatically thinking, fake it.
So she goes to a costume store, And I guess as the audience, we're not supposed to know what she's looking for, but we find out really quick. She basically finds like a baby bump strap to hide under her clothes to make it look like she's still pregnant.
And then the guy was like, the store owner, I guess, was like, "Are you an actress?" And she says, "I will be."
Yeah, her crazy person.
She's like, "No, but I will be."
No.
That was good.
She seems to be friendly with another doctor's nurse because this is now Lauren's, I guess, OBGYN or something. Because she calls her for updates on Lauren being in labor. And the nurse doesn't even question like why she's asking.
Question it, no.
And I'm like, I guess they're friends.
But see how Sheila gets along with other women?
When Sheila's trying to get information, she's very like quiet and like, have you heard anything? Like she's just very like, I don't know. She puts on this like tone.
Well, yeah, because she knows she's not supposed to do it, and the friend's hooking her up, so she's like.
Even when like last time when Lauren was like yelling at her and she saw Scott wasn't like walked in the room, she was just like, "How could you talk to me like this?" Like playing the victim.
Yeah. She's good. She's good.
So she is an actress.
She really hasn't gotten pissed really quite yet at all in any of these.
No. I feel like current Lauren, not current Lauren, current Sheila or Sheila probably in the mid-90s on is basically like, you talk back to me, now I have to kill you.
No, okay. No, it's
you're gonna
it's done. I gotta kill you.
Now you gotta die. Those are the rules.
Yeah.
So she's basically keeping tabs on Lauren's progress with her giving birth. Well, also we see scenes of her trying on the baby bump. She actually goes to work with the baby bump, and she says to Sky, "Oh, that trip or vacation that you said I should take, I think I'm going to take it like right now." Sorry, right now.
I'm out.
So she made a phone call as if somebody's helping her with this, and I don't know. I don't really know like the progression of the story, but I had a thought. I thought about Knots Landing. Did she? Maybe you know, Angel. Did Sheila not initially want to steal Lauren's baby? Did she just want to? Because she mentioned the baby being a boy, and like the projected weight. Did she just want a similar baby, and she ended up with Lauren's with whoever's working with her?
I have no idea.
And then she was like, "Fuck! Well, now I gotta hide this. Like, I gotta." You don't know? Okay.
I have no idea.
I don't know what her plan is, and I don't even know if she knows. Because, like, what are you gonna really do, like, to get this baby and not get caught?
Well, the reason why I bring up Knots Landing is I thought about Abby when she just was mouthing off to like the lawyer that was like helping her out, and she was just like, "It would really like make my life easier if these babies weren't around." And he like took it upon himself to take the babies, like Valium's babies.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if it's going to be like a similar situation where this person's going to take it upon himself to take Lauren's baby and just be like, "Here's Lauren's baby. That's your baby."
They want to take the babies.
I'm curious. Hopefully we get to see. You said it's consistent now? Like,
I think, yeah.
So, yeah, good. Because I'm very curious to know how she's going to get away with this.
Right.
I'm guessing she doesn't. Because of, like, she's not around much longer, right?
Well, yeah. She'll probably get away with it for a year or so.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering how they're gonna how they're gonna explain Lauren, and like, I guess that's gonna be stillborn. Like, she's gonna get a dead baby.
I wondered that too, because so Sheila's already miscarried, so there's no anything, and she was far along, so there's no like fetus or anything that she could switch them out.
Right.
It's not like a Nicole and Sammy situation on Days where they both like gave birth within hours of each other. And they just switched it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Are they just gonna find like another stillborn and trade it out? I really don't know how they're gonna do this.
I'm curious.
Or are they going to say like
or is like Sheila gonna pay somebody to tell Lauren the baby died? Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say something like that. Yeah, and then Lauren demands to see the baby, but she can't. So
Yeah.
I wonder how the birthmark comes into play. Like, I'm wondering, is Lauren gonna have the baby for a little bit, and then, because I'm trying to remember when Scotty came back as an adult a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they say he was kidnapped, but that could just be them generalizing what happened. He was stolen, and they weren't aware of it.
So the other day, Kimberlyn mentioned cutting off a birthmark, and she said that was the only thing that she was ever really unhappy with that she had to do in the storyline. She's like, I don't think that Sheila even would have gone that far.
Really?
That's
Well,
what, yeah, that's what
it
Kimberlyn had to
probably
say.
went over your head, but Angel and I have been mentioning the birthmark since we started this.
Yeah, we've
No,
been.
I heard, but I like to try to like not have spoilers, but then I got spoiled by Kimberlyn Brown. So
But that also makes me think: does Lauren take the baby home? That she would have the time to know that there was a birthmark?
I wonder. Yeah, I wonder if the baby gets kidnapped. That's what.
Yeah.
I'm going in that camp too.
But
see, the good thing is that you guys have no idea what else is going on, but you know about the birthmark.
well,
So
like,
that's cool.
it's like, yeah, because it's like, like the broad, like the big
Mm-hmm.
things that happen, but you
Right.
don't know
You
how we
remember
get
like the big
there.
thing.
So it's like, that's why it's still fun to watch.
Yeah, and I remember the soap opera
Yeah.
weekly cover where Lauren gets her baby back, and it says Lauren gets her baby back, and it shows her holding the baby.
Yeah, I think I remember that too, actually.
I felt like towards the end, Sheila's voice during her phone calls were getting more vicious.
Uh-huh.
Like, she's slowly like descending into like villain.
Mm-hmm.
Madness.
Yeah. Also, when she was talking to Scott about going on vacation, and talking about like how she just wants to give him like a healthy baby or whatever, he kissed her on the lips, and I was like,
Uh-oh.
are we together? Are we couple now? Like, officially? Or was that just like a friendly kiss on the lips? Because I felt like she was just like, oh my god, he kissed me.
It's called leading her on, so she's more of an asshole.
Do you
Trying
think
to
I
get
will
back
want
to
to
him.
marry her since she's giving birth to his baby?
I don't know because with Sheila, he likes that. Well, Sheila got kissed on the lips too in this one by
That's what
Scott.
I'm saying. Sheila got kissed on the lips by him.
Oh, I thought you said Lauren.
No, Sheila.
Uh,
Maybe I said Lauren and I meant Sheila. But yeah,
that's
Sheila
why I
got
thought it was
kissed
Lauren
on.
and Paul. But yeah, Sheila, yeah. Um, because she said she'll be more than happy to have his baby or whatever like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm
Um,
wondering, if, because soaps like to be like, they have to be married, like old fashioned. So I wonder if he'll propose
well,
marriage before she gives birth.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And then like she might not want to. I mean, she didn't tell him for the longest time, so I already feel like that's a problem for him, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting for the scenes where they go to touch her belly and she's like, no, don't. Don't do that.
Yeah, you know it's coming.
I also wondered if she bought different size pouches to make it look like it was progressing, but it looked like it was just one size.
I know. I looked like it was one.
Yeah, it looked like
I'm
a
wondering
pillow.
if it's like. I'm wondering. Well, also, didn't they get pregnant at the same time? Almost the same time.
Yeah.
Around, yeah.
So
Yeah.
she probably has a pouch for pregnancy pouch for whatever 9 months is.
Right.
Mm.
I think that was pretty much it. Lauren's just like waiting to, I guess, dilate or something.
Well, the doctor said it was Braxton Hicks at first too, which I
It's
thought.
Braxton Hicks at first, yeah.
But when it's Braxton Hicks, I thought it was always like you get sent home. But he's like, no, you're gonna have the baby tonight. So I was like, oh. I
Oh.
always thought it was like well before.
Yeah.
And I am
Well,
curious
it's
to know
Braxton
when
Hicks and she's
Sheila.
dilated.
Oh, okay. And when
So
Sheila
that's why
got
she
this
doesn't go
man
home.
involved, like, when does she have time for that? You know,
Yeah. We
like,
saw
hey,
Lynn
I
again.
need a bad guy. Was that?
We saw Lynn again.
Yeah, we saw Lynn.
You don't like
A
her?
little bit. She just always, I don't know.
I like
Gets
her.
on my nerves.
At least of what I've seen so far, I like her.
You're like a pathetic woman pining for the same man who will never give you the time of day.
Well, I don't know her like that, but like
Every time
so
I
far she
see her,
seems
that's
very
what she's
helpful.
doing. Because
She's
she's
very helpful.
awesome. Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's all that happened, or that's all I have, unless you have something else.
I think that's all that happens.
What about you, Angel?
Yeah, I think that's all that happens.
Okay. I was actually surprised that it was like a
Oh.
full month's worth, and it was only like 48 minutes worth of clips. I'm like,
Lauren was
once a week?
Lauren was pushing to be moved to another hospital. But they're
Yeah.
like, no. That's it.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us for another edition of Sheila Carter Beginnings. As always, you can find us on all the socials at Queers and Soaps. And until next time, have a great day. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.